like corny saying, but I think the Keanu Reeves said that
I'm not a fighter, I'm a lover.
I don't know, no, because if you're a lover, you got to be a fighter.
How so?
Because if you don't fight for your love, what kind of love do you have? No, I'm kidding.
that's why man has to be first knight and warrior. Maybe the warrior word is more used in that context. Maybe knight is more high valued character. At least if you go to the Civilization games, I believe there was warriors. They were a little bit weaker than the actual knights. Maybe knights uses like in chess they are using horses. So maybe the horseback riding and fighting makes it stronger. Yes, knights are historically known for using horses. They were primary mounted warriors. I'm from Finland, so it's maybe language barrier issue. So I don't combine knight as being one with the horse necessarily. I think knight is a soldier with the sword, you know. Maybe it is. Maybe they have like this army. They learn those habits and they need to follow that honor and honor the king. Obey the king's command. That was the second. I was thinking that character, Nazgul, Witch King, the Witch King of Angmar. I was kind of like thinking that character, Grim the Reaper. Now, who is Grim the Reaper then? I'm talking about like all of these satanic characters. Who the hell is Grim the Reaper? Because in this story, it's more maybe generalized word for these kind of characters. This is so interesting to me, at least, because there is so many versions of the same thing. It's almost like with this track, I studied all of these different characters. Who the hell? Grim the Reaper. Who the hell, I'm asking Google. The Grim the Reaper is popular personification of death. Personification of death. And that's why this is almost like the same thing is happening here in the lyrics. Think about it. Ghost of the Shadow of Death. That is from Iron Maiden. I think they're using something like that. They have also the track Ghost of the Navigator. Some weird combinations. Ghost of the Shadow of Death. The phrase Ghost of the Shadow of Death can be interpreted in several ways, most commonly referring to ghost of spirit in the underworld, a shade, the biblical shadow of death, or the psychological impact of unresolved grief. A shade is a classical term for the spirit of the dead in the underworld, a place sometimes called the shadow of death, psychologically living in the shadow of the ghost of grief. Wow, what is that place? Shade. In classical mythology, a shade is the ghost of a dead person. Ghost of a dead person. Yeah, shade. Interesting. Shade of my grandma. Shade of my... it's called. I thought it was just a ghost or a spirit. But it's shade. Totally different thing. It's almost like J.R.R. Tolkien didn't know all these words for things. I'm gonna call it a Balrog. I'm gonna call it something like shit, you know. He comes up with his own idea. I'm gonna be arrogant and I'm gonna be having my own ideas and I'm gonna steer it. No, that's not the way to go. This is how it's gonna go. And like that's why we all of us knows the harsh reality. Of course, there must be some kind of energy that caused all of this universe. I'm going too deep into this shit. This is too big of a rabbit hole. I am telling you the theory of everything here in this video. But like, you see, you have to have a dark side, the light side. You need to have contrasts. And this is what we're losing in the modern world. This is actually causing... I'm going too deep into this. This is causing depression to people. Because everything is so good. We are always smiling. There is always new entertainment. We're releasing all the dopamine there is. Because social media, addictions, all of this stuff. Too much good stuff. No one's hurt. No one is going through hardships. And the ultimate hardship is now in it feels nothing because you don't have the contrast of darkness. That's why maybe for finding the yin needs yang, finding the balance, we need both sides. Maybe that's why we have to fight wars. I'm sorry, maybe then we can maybe be like fighting, we maybe can learn a new skill of fighting. We have to die together. As enemies also, we can find this common ground. Okay, we just have to kill each other. I'm sorry, we love you. It's almost like, but we have to do it, to have this contrast. Understanding what is good and what is bad. It's needed almost like. It saddens me deeply, but all the compassion, passion, all the love for everybody. But at the same time, we just need this contrast. I'm saying this. I mean this. Because how would we understand white from black if it means the same thing and they are mixed to each other? Every day is the smiles. What is sad then, you know? And then the problem there is because that smile becomes sadness. That's what you see in the modern world. We have these crazy phones, these freaking, you have nice guitars, you have all these games, all these opportunities, too many opportunities. It's almost like it should have been, we human beings should have been like hunter-gatherers. We have to go hunting, fishing, farming. We should have been doing all those things and very much travel and do fasting because the food wasn't available easily. It might be 1 week to the next meal. We have ability to endure that also. And I'm saying, if you look at the Lord of the Rings also, how many times you see them eating, and they eat very nutritionally bad foods, I think. If you look like Frodo and Sam, I didn't mention him. He's one of my favorite characters in Lord of the Rings, actually. I like the warm friendship that he brings. But there is still this, like, Gollum is able to kind of, like, cause that havoc. And that kind of situations also happen in real life. It's so relatable. Some people just backstab you in this life. It can be the best friend you thought he's the best friend, but something, it's like the Satan causing it. It's not almost like the person backstabs you. It's the Satan. But by the way, in Star Wars there is that word Sith. What that word then means? Sith Lord. What is Sith Lord? Satanic Lord, I ask. No, Sith Lord is not a Satanic Lord. While both terms refer to evil figures, the Sith Lord is fictional title from the Star Wars universe for a practitioner of the dark side of the Force. Yeah, the Force. There is that Force. That is the whole, like, core energy, the thing, you know, in that world. It's this. This is it. My parody of Star Wars. The Force. It's similar like in like Harry Potter. You have these magic wands. The fuck. And it's a similar thing when we go to the church. I'm sorry that I'm never gonna angrify some of you. Is that even a word, angrify? Because the priest is like, nothing happened. My friend would be so happy to hear this. Anyways, peace out. I'm gonna go through this text. It has a lot of reference in trust that you cannot trust the person who you are dealt with necessarily. Don't get attached to someone who you really don't know. You kind of think you know somebody. And talking about the same topic, somebody backstabs you. Don't get attached to someone. Don't necessarily love someone. That is paradoxical thing in business. Now I'm combining business with this. Bad things happen. Take a breath. Again, you'll find the ghost of the shadow of death. You have man, you have a woman. That makes a child. There's a balance. Yin needs yang. So breathing is similar thing. You breathe out, you breathe in. It's just like those sides. Positive, negative. Then, this was supposed to be maybe the second verse, but this became the repeated verse. I had to use because, as I told you maybe in this video, I'm not sure was I completely clear, but this file got corrupted. Or not necessarily, it didn't get corrupted, but I ruined the mix. By mixing it too much, I overproduced it. And then I decided that, oh shit, I'm out of all the energy. I don't have any energy to finish this track. So then I went with that one version what I was satisfied with. I should have just replaced the verse and go with that version, the second verse, because I recorded it. I have all verses recorded, so this might be some kind of track I might come back at. Maybe add a bridge to this and a lot of references to those demon lords I'm talking about. All of those demons. Oh shit. There might be, in that bridge there might be like situation that combines all of those demonic lords and demons and energies, shits, and all of them. Nobody gets overlooked. I may be confusing here a little bit the Grim the Reaper to Satan, you know. It's a little bit like this is happening. But on the other hand, maybe I didn't die completely, similarly as what happened with Gandalf, you know. He didn't die completely. because he came at least back. Gandalf came back as Gandalf White after dying in Battle of the Balrog because he was sent back as a promotion to take Saruman's place as the leader of the Istari. Gandalf did not go to the Undying Lands to die. He went there because his mission in Middle-earth was complete, and he was granted a reward for his service. As one of the Maiar, the angelic beings, his mortal form was destroyed when he fought the Balrog, but he was sent back to life in a renewed form to finish his task. When Sauron was defeated, Gandalf boarded the ship with Frodo, Bilbo, and the other ring-bearers, and sailed to the underlying lands, realm of peace and rest, to become Olorin once more. What is Olorin? What the fuck? I'm going too deep into this! What the fuck is Olorin? Okay, Gandalf is Olorin, but he's also Maiar. Yeah, it's too deep of a rabbit hole for a one video. I'm gonna film over 50 minutes. This cut version is gonna be, of course, shorter, but what else I can say about this? Metaphorically speaking, the Mithril Sword is just superpower similarly as Darth Vader got his superpowers from the dark side. Similarly, the Mithril Sword is a strong sword that gives a person superpowers to beat any hardships in life and be victorious at the end. The vocalist is trying to show you courage of masked soldier who holds Mithril Sword Forged in Hell, taking influence from the Lord of the Rings Two Towers huge orc army fighting scene at Helm's Deep. Now being in Hell and back alive. This is very important sentence what I came up with. Hell and back alive, think about it. You go hell and back, come back alive. He actually is one of the few who also has powers to take down Witch King of Angmar. That is so funny, because it's taken from the boat. It's taking the liberty to, at least in my head brain, it's taken, kind of like taken from both of those things. I feel like I was doing a lot of comics when I was younger. I think in late years I've been a lot thinking that I should get back to those stories, but that made me like this imagination, but how much you want to take liberty to start combining these things. But of course it's gonna be its own world. I had these super gorillas, 4 characters, taken from Turtles, taken from Power Rangers. Characters and gangs like that, you know. It's been said that Gandalf, the actor of Gandalf, Ian McKellen, might be back for this movie. I think he's 86 years old, so amazing. Isn't Christopher Lee also, I think he acted like Dracula in those old movies. Was it like that? I believe he is. But he's a beautiful actor, and like he wanted to act the Gandalf's role, but he's a little bit darker and like more angry looking with his eyes. He looks a little bit dark-sider more. It's interesting to see like with the human faces. Like my eyes are smiling always. You wouldn't think I'm a bad person from my eyes, but you see some of these kind of figures with some faces, and it makes you think they are from the dark side. They are from, like, they are those people. But don't let the cover of the book fool you. Because there was also that racistical thing in Lord of the Rings, because there was that one gang, Haradrim, the people from the southern lands of Middle-earth who are described as dark-skinned and serve Sauron. And they fought in that Return of the King movie. They came to fight there. But they weren't dark-skinned, even though they were in the book dark-skinned. Because, again, bad guys are dark. They didn't want to take that racistical path of showing them like that. Ironically, I wasn't faced with the fact that I accidentally ruined the whole track trying to make it perfect, and for some reason I did not have any backups going. These lyrics I put here completely will include both of the verses, even though I did release the track repeating the first verse. Maybe someday I will have the right energy. Maybe the energy of heavens this time to make it properly ready. Like a battle of Helm's Deep to get this far, what I'm writing here. But we keep on going like elf forever. They are immortal. Grim the Reaper as my friend, darkness as my pet. I even had this testament of death. What? It was just like inside brackets. Found my happy place from hell. I'm drowned, hoping you well. That's the most powerful thing. I'm drowned, still hoping you well. After getting punctured a sword through my heart. Think about it. Think about the strength what I got from the demons in hell. Ghost of the Shadow of Death makes me undead. You can't touch me. Grim the Reaper as my friend. It's a matter of life and death. Maybe that is kind of generic, that last sentence. It's a matter of life and death. But it just kind of like rhymes in a sense. At least it feels right in your mouth. Easy to sing along. And stuff like that. How deep we wanna go think about that concept, Ghost of the Shadow of Death. And what was the track? I want to give the points. Iron Maiden, Ghost of the Shadow of the Death. So in some album, there is that album No Prayer for the Dying. Was it in that? Walking in the Shadow. This is Psalm 23:4. Did I do a track of that? Oh shit. I need to check this. SoundCloud. Because I had this band United Flames. I have this track, Psalm 23, The Valley of Death. Holy shit. And this is demonic. This is worship track. No, not necessarily. Actually, it's not. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. That is bridge part I sang here. Actually, I'm gonna... Stuff like that. In your mouth, it's all about. That is also from Lord of the Rings. I feel no pain, I fear no death. Jesus Christ, everything is Lord of the Rings now.
The women of this country learned long ago. Those without swords can still die upon them. I fear neither death nor pain.
Eternal fire, you know. Similar concepts. And you know what? Simpsons did it. I leave it there, I guess. Because it's so interesting. It is so beautiful at the same time. It's so nice. I'm not sure did I find every combination of combinations. But there is. This Valley of Death is actually worth something I could mix completely. Perfect, let's say. Psalms 23. Yeah, that's where the story is, but one thing I forgot. Iron Maiden. I think it has to be. Walk in the shadow of the valley of death, knowing I'll take my last breath. Shadow of the valley. But this is newer. This must be newer. The Book of Souls, 2015. Okay, that's kind of like sounding similar to that. Yeah, I don't remember. Maybe somebody of you, maybe you can comment to the comments. What's the, is there any, yeah, that has the Grim the Reaper, like the art cover has the Grim the Reaper. Then in one track I'm saying, Grim the Reaper is fucking your ass. Ah! It was Corona track. Grim the Reaper is fucking your ass, Because everybody were dying for the Corona. And it's not, law thing matter, they say. What a dirty bastard I am. Anyways, I think I talked enough about Satanic lords and stuff like that. It's just so interesting. The character. By the way, who is the character? What's the name of the character? Who's the mascot? He also looks like some kind of Satan. Who is that? Zombie lord. Another mythology coming up. Next. Eddie. Yeah, he's called Eddie. Eddie the Head. Derek Riggs. What is the story of that character It's the Satanic Lord of Sith Lord. It's the Satanic Lord of Balrog. Balrog's brother. Just kidding. And then there is that is like so demonic character, that Uruk-hai soldiers. And those familiarize me with
Scarch Lord Unreal Gold.
Edizon is the undead mascot of British heavy metal band Iron Maiden. Again, undead. Yeah, it's zombie. Created by artist Derek Riggs. Riggs first depicted Eddie of the cover Iron Maiden's 1980 album Iron Maiden. The character evolving through numerous interpretations on album covers, stage shows and merchandise since then. Yeah, it's been changing, the looks of it. And that's stupid, kinda. It's not the same character, it's changing all the time. What the fuck is this? Good idea. Well drawn. Maybe stupid, it's just different looking every time. That is kinda... It looks like he's been drinking too much. Just kidding. But sometimes I just feel like, at least personally in my life, psychologically speaking, I think that every time I've been using like nicotine or alcohol too much, I end up in these situations where I'm just a little bored. I'm like this, my eyes look like this. I'm tired. You know, and then you are kind of bored, and that's why you want stimulants. It's almost like trying to find different stimulants. I'm doing psychoanalysis, but it's like trying to find different kinds of stimulants, you know, for the situation. Like, need to do it differently this time because XYZ, you know, it's like that. Why is fans of this psychoanalysis? It was about Lord of the Rings movies and my track, and now it's about Iron Maiden. Psychoanalysis of Derek Riggs. Holy shit. Okay, at least I'm covering many keywords with this video. Maybe it has a chance to go viral. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the track Mithril Sword Forged in Hell, and I hope you will find your weapon of destruction from hell, meeting the Satan and demonic lords or whatever you want to meet there. Okay, I'm done with this. I don't have any ideas. Like, I should write the stuff down first. Like, who are you gonna meet there? What's the story? Peace out.